welcome to Show of the Week. I'm Jane, and I have a cold.
And I'm Mike.
But I'm still here because that's what heroes do.
Okay. I've been doing what I do best, which is driving in open world race as a crew.
Hearst Castle is an insane mansion and estate built on the west coast by newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst back in 1919. It can be found at the top of a winding mountain road that just so happens to be perfect for drifting.
Nice. Meanwhile, this week I've been doing what I do best, which is dancing in Dance Central Spotlight. What?
I've seen you dance.
You've seen nothing. Don't look now, Xbox One owners who set their Kinects on fire. Here is the first thoroughly good game for Kinect on Xbox One. Oh, actually wait, it's got Chris Brown in it. Ugh. Him aside, Dance Central Spotlight is a damn good dance game in the Dance Central tradition for damn good dance games. The track list is an eclectic mix of danceable hits, the choreography is on point, and the Xbox appears to know when you're actually achieving the moves and when you're just waggling your limbs like a promotional inflatable arm flailing tube man. For 10 of your American dollars or £8 in the UK, you get the download-only main game, which comes with 10 tracks. That's only $1 per track, although again, one of them does have Chris Brown in it. It's like finding a hair in your soup, but never mind that. It's also got Diamonds by Rihanna, Royals by Lorde, Titanium by David Guetta, and this one obscure song by Pharrell. You probably haven't heard of it. I think it's going to be pretty big, you guys. Dance Central Spotlight does have 8 routines per song now to keep things interesting, including 2 routines designed to be workouts to keep things sweaty. And the point of the modestly priced Dance Central Spotlight starter set, of course, is to sell you more songs as you go. At time of launch, the store has 50 plus DLC tracks to buy. The B-52's Love Shack is the rowdy pop rock highlight. Among the songs on sale are tracks previously released as DLC for earlier Dance Central games. The good news is, if you bought them already, you get them again for free, but now with 8 routines apiece. The bad news is there'll be no song exports for the disc-based tracks for the earlier games, so there'll be no bass download for you, Andy. Sorry. Dance Central Spotlight is a smaller, simpler Dance Central than we're used to, without the same backdrop of inter-crew rivalry or time travel.
In a world where crews live to dance and dance to live.
But honestly, if you're using the power of time travel to learn the Macarena and not to kill Hitler or unite your parents at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, you ought to check your priorities.
He's hacked into our system.
You'll never stop, DCI. We'll take you down, old man.
Oh, you and what army?
Good times. So, whether you're a natural talent like me, or a mal-coordinated dance idiot like not me, or a Kinect trying to justify the space you occupy in the living room, Dance Central Spotlight's pared-down Dance Central experience has you covered.
So yeah, Jane said she needed the whole sofa area to play Dance Central Spotlight and no one may watch, so I'm going to have to hang out here. What's going on in there?
Nothing, don't come in.
At least it gives Kinect something to do, right?
Because we do like to keep that guy busy, poor thing. Especially now Microsoft has cut him loose from the Xbox One. Being unbundled hits a peripheral hard in the self-esteem. But cheer up, Kinect 2.0, we'll always have these 5 games. Top of the heap is Dance Central Spotlight, the all-new digital Dance Central game in which I can at last cut a rug to Come and Get It by Selena Gomez, Don't You Judge Me. Dance Central Spotlight is number 1 with a bullet on account of how it brings our favourite dance game to Xbox One in an economical pay-as-you-go package, and for having a dance move named willybounce. Did Kinect Sports rivals abandon the avatar puppeteering that made the earlier games so much fun? Did it fail to exploit the improved accuracy of the new Kinect? Did it unwisely choose to do a shooting event when traditional controllers have this shooting guns in video games thing sewn up? Was its launch delayed so that it missed Christmas when I most want to play mini-games with Clan Channel? Yes is the answer to all of those questions. On the other hand, it did let me climb rocks and pull my opponents off rock faces with none of the broken bones and lifetime bans from the British Mountaineering Council you'd get in real life.
A new generation of motion gaming on Kinect for Xbox One.
Hang on, this can't be right. Fighter Within? How did this irredeemable dreck make the list? Oh, I see. It's because there are no other Kinect games, which is, in a sudden plot twist, the entire point. Stop it. Kinect was set up to fail given that 9 months after the launch of the Xbox One, there are still only 3 fully Kinect-based games for the peripheral that was meant to set Xbox One apart, and that initially pushed the price of Xbox One so high. Even putting aside Kinect privacy concerns and technical snags, at launch Xbox One had a single Kinect exclusive game. That was Fighter Within, a crummy fighting game that's not so much controller-free as it is control-free. It's no surprise that Kinect, which had and has exciting potential, fell by the wayside when Microsoft told us Xbox One is all about the games and Kinect has precisely 3 of them. No, it doesn't count that you can hose a bear in Zoo Tycoon. But don't abandon all hope, ye who still have Kinect at home. The scuttlebutt is that Fruit Ninja Kinect 2 for the Xbox One is on the way, and music rhythm action game Fantasia Music Evolved comes out in October, which will at least finally give us a full top 5. In fact, with that kind of bolstered lineup, those crazy maniacs who bought a Kinect-free Xbox One might want to take advantage of the recently announced opportunity to buy one separately on October 7th for $149. That's a mere $29.8 per playable game. Yeah, maybe not.
Now it's time to see what you've been saying in the comments and writing on our fortune cookie fortunes.
One hand makes no applause.
Not a fortune!
Steady. First up, your comments on last week's Show of the Week on Metal Gear Solid 5 and its multi-purpose Fulton recovery balloons.
There are few problems in life that can't be solved with a Fulton balloon, it turns out, like hiding bodies, blowing up helicopters, and creating makeshift elevators, as seen here in the game's intriguing multiplayer mode.
James Whitehead says, another good use of the Fulton recovery system would be moving someone's car out of your damn parking space, or even Fultoning traffic into the sky.
That is brilliant, and once they've floated high enough, they're in international airspace where everything's nice and legal.
Yeah, that's not how law or airspace works.
Whatever. Anonymous hero legend of the Untitled says, think of all the possibilities that are now available with the improved Fulton system, like raising an army of sheep. You'd be unstoppable. Go, my woolly warriors.
It would be literally the last thing your enemy would expect. Legendary Kid 911 meanwhile asks, can you Fulton Fultons?
We've spent several hours crisscrossing the country in a bright orange muscle car in the PC Beta to bring you this definitive list of the 7 places you must visit when the crew hits Xbox One.
Next up, your comments on that video there about the must-see landmarks in Sandbox Drive 'em Up, the crew.
Definitely the only thing in South Dakota worth visiting, and potentially the only thing in South Dakota, period. Mount Rushmore is famous for, of course, the faces of 4 American presidents carved into the granite.
Commenter PS Specialist leaps to the defense of South Dakota, or does he, saying, people from South Dakota must be pissed at this guy. Who am I kidding? That place has no internet.
If you're in South Dakota and watching this on an internet, we're sorry.
Lucas the Strike Kid meanwhile asks, will the crew be out on 362?
Good news for you, Lucas. Just this month, publisher Ubisoft announced there will be an Xbox 360 version of the crew, with developer Asobo working on the port. Ubisoft says, we are not currently working on a version for PS3 or Wii U and are focused on delivering the crew for Xbox One, PS4, PC and Xbox 360 simultaneously on November 11th.
Sweet. Then colourful monster reptile, the orange alligator, suggests, if a Crew 2 is made, they should focus it in Europe with the UK, France, Austria and Germany.
There aren't any giant faces carved into mountains in any of those countries though, because it takes ages.
Can't believe we wasted that whole summer. Still, if you can't wait for a sequel for a game that isn't even out yet, there's always Forza Horizon 2 for open world European car fun.
Finally, we'd like to say thanks to you lovely people for coming through for us and saving all of our lives.
A little known fact this, we actually die if you don't press the like button. We know you wouldn't want that on your conscience.
Viper Eyes in particular kept us alive for one more precious week and says, I just saved their lives! Never underestimate the power of the like button.
Similarly, Robbie Bibb advises you, guys, calm down, I clicked the like button, so they are alive!
Phew, nice one. And the Phoenix Rises says, so what happens when presses the dislike button?
According to the YouTube playbook, if you press the dislike button, we were dead all along like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense, spoiler alert.
Whoa, I better tell Jane.
Yeah, tell her to avoid the happening as well.
No, I mean about the whole us being dead all along thing.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's it for Show of the Week, but join us next time for Destiny, which is so very nearly out now.
Between now and then, let us know your thoughts, emotions, pin numbers over on Twitter, where we are at outsidexbox. Thanks for watching, see you next time. All right, so apparently, if people use the dislike button, then we were dead all along, and are ghosts like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Jane? Jane?
Oh, it's really hard being the only presenter of Show of the Week after Mike and Andy died in that tragic Dance Central accident last week.
Oh my god, I'm a ghost.
So gullible. Yes, officer. Where was he running around naked this time? Trafalgar Square. Yeah, he thinks he's a ghost this time. Yeah, and Andy will come pick him up. No, I've got a cold.